Right, here we are again in Pendarvis Wood, same latitude, but on the actual eastern side of the road, where as you can see we have much more native species here, which is good. This is a natural native ecosystem structure or habitat of what our nation, an area of northwest Europe, would have been like 6,500 years ago. Now, so Ian Boyd, who was until 18 months ago the chief scientist of the United Kingdom, declared an exact expression that, to be honest, to ourselves and our future generations and to all biodiversity on our planet globally, we should begin with a re-landscaping back to nature up to 50% of what in many cases can be seen here. And as you can see, that it's closed cover native, as the climate scientists with ecosystem scientists would say, as closed cover north temperate climax Forest Woodland Copse Association. I know it's a big long nerdy word, but it means tree cover with native trees. There's 65% of the sky on land being covered by trees. Now, why would Sir Ian Boyd, our chief scientist, not some random, off the cuff lecturer at a university in our country, make such a sweeping fundamental statement as this? Why? Because it's reality. There is now a developing green vision for Cornwall, which parallels and encompasses in a structural way the declarations of Sir Ian Boyd, and as such 156,000 or more hectares of our county out of 356,000 hectares could be covered in tree covered landscapes. Not all woodland, not all copses. Yes, there can be areas where there can be copses and woodlands, but more to the point, as has been recognised now, to the establishment of widening the boundary areas in our rural landscapes in particular, to one where we have, as they say in Normandy, France, bocage woodlands and bocage hedgerows. These are like linear copses, but even they are quite narrow, never more than about 10 metres in total, 5 metres one side, 5 metres the other side, but thick. Real bocage linear copses could be up to 20 metres each side of a boundary and still enclose over around 50% of the land as it currently exists. Now, if anybody wants to question this and doubt this, by all means do so. But I think you'll find nature knows best, so Ian Boyd does, and our strategy that we are making for environment and land use within a green vision for Cornwall, which I hope there are going to be 40 other green visions throughout the United Kingdom, can do the same. This is a starting point. This is an introductory summary of an initiative which we have to develop, and this is just an opinion based on an ecosystem scientist, an ecological engineer. Come on, my dog has gone away. Come on, Ceci, come on. Sorry about that. But fundamental to the reality of integrating our needs for a transformatory society, an ecological society, a social society, encompassed within an economic society, which can be economically based upon green fundamental life principles, not environment, life principles, which the environment is part of, and dictates to us the manner by which we should live with ecological and social justice based on the principles of a regenerative economic model of existence. It can be done. Circular use of resources locally with, as we now know with the coronavirus, the introduction of a citizens' universal income or universal basic income credit program. But that's for now and to discuss with millions of people across this nation and billions across the world. So I'll leave it you to think on this seriously and to put questions and value thoughts about this and how it could be attuned amongst the 7.9 billion people living on 140 billion hectares of land on our surface, of which we in the United Kingdom are 67 million people living on 24.4 million hectares, and Cornwall are 575,000 people living on 356,000 hectares. That's the fundamental common denominator we have to work and resolve. And from Circe and me, I say farewell for now.